Alright, so got the Dodge in. We've already had a problem. She moved over, fell off the jack stands. That was lovely. We got a radiator in here. We got her back up as high as they can for right now. That side's going to be a little tight getting in there. But right now, we got to cut the shock off and then try to figure out if we can fit these big monsters in here. I mean, it's going to be a little tight. I mean, the truck's going to be higher right now. I mean, the axle's all the way down like here, not there, so because we're going to be putting those new shocks and coilovers. But we're definitely going to be doing some trimming, it looks like, for the back of it, front of the door and the fender. The backs won't be so bad, you know, that I'll just have clearance for back there. But we need to make sure we have steering, so this is why we're starting up front. So see if we can get these bad boys to fit in today and get the radiator done. And then we'll have to put gas in it to get it out and test the steering. This is why we are changing shit, because it snapped right the fuck off in here on the bottom. So we're going to cut it from the top and see if we can get that bolt out. My spring's already loose. We got this side sitting on a log. The other side's on a jack stand on a board. That stand I was using sunk in and tipped the whole truck over. So that was fun. At least I wasn't underneath it. I mean, I do have the other tire underneath it to keep it from going to the ground in case of something like that happening, because it always does. So we're gonna get these out and try to get one of those to fit in this location, and then do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so we got them out. So you can see that completely blew right out. Ripped the whole bottom off. Completely like where it's supposed to be welded, but it's not. So now we got all that out. Sure if I want to take the pocket hat out or leave the pocket hat in. Not sure yet. We'll figure that out on which one we want to get in. But next we got to see if we can get this bolt out from underneath here for this side. I mean, these springs are pretty damn big, but they're really soft. They got a nice spring to them. We'll use that for something else probably. Always should use parts. Except for those shocks, those things are garbage. They can go in the scrap pile. Find some WD-40 or some PB Blaster, wherever the fuck it is, and we'll try to get that out. Alright, so we got this piece out. Bolt actually unbolted. Always nice, so I can go to the scrap pile. And we got these in. Well, at least this side. Got 2 bolts that are in. The other one I can't get a nut on. But I guess for right now it should be okay. I mean, all we're going to be doing is testing for right now. And if we need to, later on, we'll just weld that right the fuck in so it doesn't move. But it should be good now for those two, because that one's actually through the cap. And then this one's on the side with a washer, so it's pinched. I mean, it's not like it's going to be pulling the front end up anytime. Should hold just for that, because that's all on that, like, I mean, all the pulling action is going to be from back there, so it's just got to handle these tires and being in the woods. But this going to have to cut out definitely for steering, and then zip tie these up somewhere out of the way so they don't get caught. Probably have to do some trimming on the front plastics, and we'll go from there. Might have to kick that old step off. See how that goes. But actually, we're gonna do the other side, same thing. And hopefully we'll have this coil on the other side in too. And then we can jack this up and see if they fit. Either way, we're definitely going to be cutting that all out and beating it with the big BFH. It's going to need some room. Still debating if I want to keep the doors on this. We'll figure that out later. But let's get to the other side. Sway bar is broken on this side for the mount. Came out. Nice. Pry bar. We didn't ding that over, did we? Alright, so I only had enough room to throw the 35 up front. Because if we go any higher, we ain't getting this thing out of the shop. So we're just going to put the 35s on for right now to get it out. But we are going to test the other side to see how much I do need to clear for these big monsters over here. So at least this way the truck's not going to tip over again. Because that way we can do one tire at a time. But we'll end up doing those outside. Because I don't think it's going to fit back in the shop afterwards. But we're just going to do a test fit real quick to see how much we need to cut out for steering for this side. Because I've got enough room over here right now. And then we'll put the other 35 up front. And then turn the truck around. And then back it in. And then do the backs. And then we'll do the radiator. Because I want to lay in the witness afterwards. So rather get this done first. And then the radiator. So, and that won't take me that long. At least now I'll have enough room to have a bucket underneath to catch all my water and antifreeze if I still have some left in there. But let's see if we can get this to fit. we're definitely going to be trimming out a lot. So they fit. It's a good thing I don't have any binding issues or anything for the steering up front. They clear the brakes and the steering rod. So it's just me cutting all of this out into the door. It isn't a problem. Maybe a little bit of that piece there needs to be cut. But we'll do that next time. So we know they'll fit. So next we'll get this back done. So I'll grab the other 35 and change these out because I definitely can't turn with them right now. That'd be a lot of material to beat in, so it'd just be easier just probably cut that all out and then we'll skin that the next time for getting these to fit. But we know we can have them on the truck. But the question is, will the truck handle them with the gear ratio and how big these tires are? Because they are 18 inches wide. So let me go put the other 35 on and we'll be back. Alright, so we got both lug nuts loose on both sides. So we're going to jack this side up, get it braced, make sure it doesn't tip over this time again, and we'll figure out how we're going to lift this so we can put the 39s on afterwards, but the 35s still have to fit so we can put it outside because we're definitely getting kind of close to the opening. So let's get this up in the air. Alright, so we got this one coil in and realized that we could take that aluminum piece off. That was a bitch, so we can make a bracket for down here to hold that, and then a plate up here to hold those bolt holes so that will stay in its spot while it goes up and down. Because all this is going to do is have load on it the whole time. Not like we're going like 600 miles an hour. So that should be good. So right now, I'm trying to get the other one off. So we're heating this one up. I've already cut it as much as I could. Because I didn't realize these actually came off. So I'm going to let this one heat up. We're going to beat it a little bit more. Hopefully we can get that one off. And then we can start making the brackets. Alright, so found some pieces what will keep the bottom of the spring in place, so we're going to weld these right to the U-bolts. We might cut it down a little bit, and got a piece of big old angle iron what we'll cut in half and then make a little tab so that the spring sits inside of that, or a little clamp what holds the spring so it can float down here when the truck twists, so the spring just doesn't fall out. So I get this welded in and we'll do the next side. Right, so we got that all welded in. We will be trimming that down. Now we're gonna weld this piece in so the spring can sit there as well. And we can put the rubber grommet in there so it's got something to sit on so it doesn't make a whole bunch of noise. And then we can weld this plate on the side of the frame up here, and we should have a spring perch. So let me get this all welded in. Alright, so we are in, at least for this side. So it should give me think an inch difference in the back being taller for where I have it set for in there. So we will see. Alright, so we got new welding tips. We got the new one in. We got our torch. Start cutting this piece up to fit. Get that welded in. Get that cut. And get everything heated on that side. So it matches this side. And it's cold tonight. It is like, what is it? I mean, the house says 40, but it says like 43 in here. It is cold, and I can't have the door shut because the truck's only halfway in, because I want to try to make sure I can get this thing back out of the shop. So this shouldn't take me much longer for tonight, just to get this side done so I can get the wheels back on it, and then we'll do the next part of putting the radiator in and doing the big tires and the cuts. So let's get started on this bracket system, because it is cold. Alright, so we got our line marked for here, in here, so we'll get those two cut. Alright, so bottom bracket's welded in, the upper bracket's welded in. So now it's time to get the spring in and the rubber damping, and we're going to have to use the jack to push this down so we can get the spring in. I'll put that on. Oh, I got some clearance. That's good. Alright, so that's what the 39 looks like on it. I mean, I'll have a little bit more gap because I'm not up all the way to put this rim on right now. But I'm just seeing the clearance. Enough room. Sweet. So we'll get the other 35 on this side, and then we can lower the truck down. But we know we don't have to do any modification more for those to fit. But with weights on, they are going to rub, I think. But I still don't know how much these springs are going to sag with some weight on it. We won't know until later. So we'll figure that out. But we do have room to add a spacer on top of the spring, so, or the bottom, so we can get a couple more inches in the back at least. Alright, so we definitely have it pretty even. So that's pretty good. Oh, it's on its own weight. They're definitely stiffer. I can really push down. Front's the same way. So I'll take this out, park it, and then we'll do the next part next time. So for tonight, suspension is done. So next will be putting on those monsters. Or we can put them on that. We could always do that. But I don't think that truck will handle those tires, so. It might handle 33s, but it ain't gonna handle 39s with that drivetrain. But this will. Just will it hold with a 2,500 pound log on the back of it, hold out for milling. So we'll see. She definitely got a lift. I can't wait to see it in the morning. You guys will have to wait until next time. Good night. Okay, here's a little sneak peek. She's all a little big. Just a tad. Definitely got more clearance now on it. Oh yeah. Can't wait to put the 39s on it after we do some clearance.